What's good, internet? Welcome to my channel and welcome to my weekly design training where I share free design tips with designers. I have this design I received during the week from a designer, and I'm going to use this to teach you guys how to achieve successful design projects with Rhythm. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this tutorial, so let's start. I so much love this design. This designer did a good job with the arrangement of the content. The first thing that drew my attention in this project is, this image here. And the reason is because, images are attention grabbers. There's no size you make them that they won't draw the attention of the viewers. All right. So I like the fact that this image is big and bold here. In fact, it's making me feel like eating the food. The other thing that draw my attention in the project, which is the next level of hierarchy in the project, is this. And the designer did a good job. All right. I like the way the designer played with the title and the project. And I also like the fact that we have the social media handle on one side of the frame, which is playing with proximity, right? I like the proximity in the project here. Okay. It's a beautiful project. The arrangement is nice. Yeah, but what I'm going to do here is recreate the project, all right, the way I would have loved to arrange the elements. But the way the designer arranged the element here is beautiful. We can easily see the title. And I also like the fact that he played with the title like this. Now, when I say he played with the title like this, I'm going to tell you why I say that. I've said this to you guys before, that your illustration should be what's going to shape the layout of your composition. And that's what this designer did here. If you look at the title, you'll notice that there's this flow of the plate. All right. There's this flow of the plate here on the title. All right. And this is what really made this project look successful. So always see how you can make your illustration shape the layout of your project. And another thing that this designer did that really made this project more interesting to the eye is the playing with these elements that we have here, in the project. They really gave life to this project. And whenever you use all these strokes, I'm talking of elements like this in your design, you're actually making the project look more fun, more happy. So this really helped the project interesting, to the eye. But there's this thing I think is not really necessary here, which is this dash lines that we have in the project. All right. I don't expect to see, this is not really necessary. And another thing I think that the designer did not really do well here is the part of not playing with rhythm right. Whenever you have elements like this in your projects, you are supposed to use them as a rhythm. You're supposed to repeat them in order to make focus go to the important information in the project. All right. And that's what I'm going to apply to the version I'm going to recreate here now. And I'm still going to keep this layout because I so much love the layout. So I'm just going to show you guys how to use Rhythm to spice your project to make it look more attractive to the eye. I'm going to open this. So this is the folder where we have all the elements. So first I'm going to delete this. I don't need this. I'm still going to keep this because give the project that organic feel. And that's why I'm still going to keep this. So what I'll do is I'll take out all the effects that we have on the image. All right, like that. So I'm just going to keep that like that. And then for the title, all right, the background is already white. I don't expect to see a white stroke on the title. All right, the white stroke on the title is not really necessary. So what I'll do is I'll take that out, and also the shadow, because we can easily see the title like that. So I'll delete this. All right, I'll take this out. We don't need this. Then I'll make this visible because this is, I noticed the designer used this glow color this glow effects in the project, but it did not make it visible. It would have make more sense if you make this visible, because if you look at the color of the food, you'll see that you have this orange color on it, but it's not compulsory. But I'm going to use it, so I'll change this to color dodge. I still have this. Actually, my intention was to still use the orange color on the food, but I think I prefer this red color that I have. I think it's the pepper and the food. All right, I still prefer this. So that's the same color I still have here. But you can still make this normal to still fly. But I'll make this color dodge to have that touch of pepper-like color. All right. Then I said we don't need this, so I'll take this out. Delete this. Yeah, like that. So then we need to now make this more fun. So what I'll do is I'll right click image here and activate free transform. I'm going to rotate this and make this big, and this should come here. And I'm going to tell you guys why I decided to place this here. If you look at the leaf here, it looks more like an arrow. So I decided to place it there so as to point to the title like that. Okay. Now there should be reading in the project. We can't just use just one leaf like that, or we can't just use these leaves the way we have it here. We should have multiple of the leaf image to make reading. So I'm going to make a copy of this, and I'm going to move this. I'll move this. Oh, excuse me. I should be on the move tool. So I'll move this out. Then I'll activate the free transform, and I'll rotate this 180 and position this here and just point this to the title. In fact, I can make it a bit smaller and make it overlap on the ellipse shape that we have here like that. All right. Now, we get calls a lot from folks who are looking forward to going to design but can't afford to pay for design school. So because of this, we started a foundation where we can be a blessing to these people. We have some gadgets we are looking forward to buy in order to help these people effectively. And that is where we need people like you to support us with your funds. If you have any amount you want to support us with, simply make use of the account details on your screen. If you're outside Nigeria, simply make use of the seller link below the account details. And we want to specially thank those of you who have been supporting us with your funds. Thank you so much. All right, so let's continue with the tutorial. For the features, all right, what I'll do is I'm going to hide this. Then I'm going to come right here and draw an ellipse shape. I'm still following that layout. All right, that's plate layout that the designer also followed. All right, so I'll move this here. If I let's make it bigger. Let's make it a bit bigger. Yeah, like that. Then I'm going to select the type tool. Then I'll copy this and paste here. Select, hit Control A there and make this smaller. So I'll make this 3. Yes, then I'm going to add tracking to this. Yep. Then I'm going to add space like that. Then I'm going to use the should be direct selection tool to move this. Sorry, I'm supposed to move this first. Then we're going to move this like that. All right, so this should be, so I'm trying to make sure this is balanced. All right, it's still on the same axis with this. So I'm going to move this a bit up like that. I think this is better. All right, yeah, this is better. Then for this, we have after one byte at brand name. Beautiful. Okay, it's a fictional project. So what I'll do is I'm going to retype this. Then we're going to make the same move again. Still the same shape and make it visible. And this time I'm going to activate the free transform and make this bigger like that. All right. Then I'll copy the text. All right. Then select the type tool and paste. All right. Then we are going to change this to bold. No, let's just use the regular. All right. Then we can still make this sentence case, which is another way of creating contrast on the title. All right. That's another way you achieve contrast on the title. Then we can make this bold. We can make it black. All right. Then change the size. That is too big. So I'll make this a bit smaller. And then I'm still going to use the same tool. And okay, you know what we're going to do? So I'm just going to move this here. Right, like that. He rasterized the layer. So there's no way for me to edit it. So I'll hold on Alt and add a layer mask to that, like that. And move this. Nope. So I'll create a new layer. I should be on the soft brush. So I'm going to click and hold on Alt and clip this to the title like that. Okay. So for this, all right, I'll make more copies of this. So I'll hit Ctrl J, position this here, and make this very big. And I'm going to rotate this way. Good. Then I'll go to Filter, Blur Gallery, and say Field Blur. All right. So I'm going to make this look like it's out of focus. So let's just make it, let's still make it a bit visible and hit the OK button. So because we're trying to make this look like it's out of focus, the saturation of this should not be as strong as this. So I'm going to activate hue saturation and select the clip icon here, and this saturates the image. So shift select the hue saturation with the layer. So I'm going to drag and drop on the new layer icon here to make a copy of this, but this needs to be above this. All right. So I'm going to move this up like that. And this should be right here like that. So the whole idea here is to make the focus of the viewers, all right, go here. And that's why you notice I decided to cover the space that we have here, so the focus of the viewers can go where we have the empty area in the project. Okay, so I'm going to hide this. Then this is covering the free delivery. So I'm just going to move this out here. And the space between the rows here is too much. So we can adjust. Yes, say okay. Good. So we can adjust the space and also the tracking, like that. So for this, I'm not going to use extra bold because the character size is small. So I'm just going to use a light character there. Okay. And we can also create contrasts there. So I can select bulk breakfast and make that, bold. No, not extra bold. It shouldn't be extra bold. It should be bold. Okay, good, like that. All right, that's nice. So then we can now have the logo here. Then for this, I don't think this is necessary. We can take this out. For me, all right, I'm not saying it's not okay for the design. I'm just talking about myself here. Start there. So I'm just going to change the color of this, and this should be lowercase. Now, the reason why I'm using lowercase here is because you see, lowercase are best for small character size. All right. Yeah, they read fast. Now, I'm not saying caps don't read fast. Okay, don't get me wrong. They also read fast, but when you're making the size of your characters small, all right, it's always best to use sentence case or lowercase. So this is where I'm going to stop, and let's see the before and after. So this is the before, and this is the after. Okay, All right, now you can see the power of rhythm in graphic design, and I'm sure you learned so much from this tutorial. If you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button and remember to click the post notification bell so you get notified when I post my tutorials. If there's anything you want to share with me, drop it in the comment section of this video. And if you love this video, give it a thumbs up, guys. And please, guys, let's work together to be a blessing to other designers. Share this video with them. Let them also learn from this tutorial. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.